Welcome to our extended learning journey on performance appraisal interviews and steps to improve performance. Let's begin with the first learning outcome, identifying the steps in the performance appraisal interview. Step 1 is all about preparation. For a successful performance appraisal interview, both the manager and the employee need to be well prepared. Imagine Sarah, a manager, and Juan, an employee. Sarah reviews Juan's performance data, gathers feedback from various sources, and sets a date for the interview. Meanwhile, Juan reviews his own performance, noting his achievements and areas he'd like to discuss during the interview. Sarah sends Juan an email, setting a date for the appraisal interview and attaching a self-assessment form for Juan to fill out. This helps both parties gather their thoughts and prepare for a constructive discussion. Moving on to step 2, which is about structuring the interview. In their meeting, Sarah and Juan discuss the interview agenda. Sarah outlines the agenda, creating a positive and respectful atmosphere. Sarah said, "Juan, during the interview, we'll discuss your achievements, areas for improvement, and your career development goals. Is there anything specific you'd like to add to the agenda?" They use effective communication techniques, such as active listening and asking open-ended questions, to ensure both parties have a chance to express themselves. Juan said to Sarah, "Sarah, I appreciate the opportunity to discuss my performance. I'd like to talk about my long-term career goals and any areas where you think I could improve." Now, let's talk about step 3, concluding the interview. Sarah told Juan, "To summarize, we'll focus on improving your project management skills and set a goal to complete a training program within the next 3 months." In addition to the steps, remember these principles: feedback, two-way communication, documenting the interview, and follow-up. After the interview, Sarah and Juan schedule a follow-up meeting in 1 month to review Juan's progress and provide any necessary feedback or coaching. Now, let's dive into our second learning outcome, naming the steps used to improve performance. Step 1 in improving performance is defining expectations. Imagine David, a manager, and Maria, an employee. David communicates job roles clearly and sets smart goals. David: "Maria, your main responsibility is to increase sales by 15% in the next quarter. This goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound." Step 2 involves identifying the causes of performance issues. David assesses Maria's ability and motivation. David said, "Maria, let's talk about your motivation. What drives you? What can I do to help you stay motivated and achieve our sales goals?" The role of the manager is critical in addressing these factors. David also ensures a positive work environment by removing obstacles from Maria's workspace, providing her with necessary resources, and addressing any issues affecting her performance. Lastly, step 3 is about selecting a corrective approach. David implements specific remedies based on the causes identified. In Maria's case, David provides her with sales training materials to address skill gaps and boost her performance. In conclusion, performance appraisal interviews and improving performance are essential in any organization. By following these steps and principles, you can contribute to employee development, motivation, and overall performance improvement.